Yo, welcome back to my podcast. My name is Malik Tijani, for those of you who do not know me. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, my podcast, everything. It's everything that has to do with me and my life, the lessons I have learned, the aspirations I have, the goals I have, and yeah, that is pretty much me. And we on this channel, we talk about everything life. We talk about everything that has to do with life, and that's really why I think it's applicable to everyone who's living as a human being. But it also makes it very broad, so it's not really like a specific aspect of life. It's personal development. If you had to put it under a box, I would say personal development. But aside from that, it's really just lessons I've learned, and hopefully I can get good enough at videography, photography, editing, storytelling to the point where I can impact your life as well. And so, without further ado, today's episode is about peace, but it's about finding peace through focusing on the things you can control and not worrying about the things that you cannot control. And I think maybe not even in today's society, in general, as human beings, we are brought up to worry about things, everything. We're brought up to worry about everything that has to do with us. If it's affecting us, we worry about it. However, it's not doing us any good to worry about the things that we can't control, because the definition of that is that it is out of your control. It is beyond your scope. It is beyond what you can affect. It is beyond what you can influence. And so if there's nothing you can do, worrying about it isn't making it better, but it's making it worse. If you're only making it worse by worrying, then there's no point to it. You might make the argument that by worrying, you're showing that you care, and that since you care, it shows some sense of, like, I don't even know. I don't even know what's the point of worrying over something you can't control if you can't control it. And so that's why in the last about 2 years or so, I have found peace through focusing on the things I can control, the things that I can influence, the things that it got dark for a second, sorry. The things that I can do with what I have been given. And yeah, that's just how I've been living and it's really, it's been pretty good. So my flow got cut off by looking at the camera because the lighting changed. Anyways, examples of things I can control, like, for instance, my actions, like what I do, how I respond to a situation that I have been faced with is within my control. How I respond, just that response. What I do going forward, how I will act in response is something I can control. My attitude in regards to my life or or that specific situation is within my control. I can either be positive or I could be negative about it, and then that is within my control. There's so many things that are within our control, but the common denominator between all these things is that I said me, I said you, or something along those lines in all of those things. You are the thing that you can control. You are the only thing that you can truly 100% manipulate and control. How you respond, how you think, how you act, how you speak, how you eat, how you give courage to your coworkers, how you talk to your coworkers, how you respond to stress, how you respond to a difficult obstacle, how you respond to life is always within your control. At times when you're faced with so many overwhelming obstacles, it might feel like the world is kind of closing in on you and the world is about to crash like into you, and it feels like you have no power or no strength whatsoever. But I'm here to tell you that you do, and every single moment you do. Even if things don't work out the way you want them to, the fact that you acted in a way that you chose to, the fact that you realize, like, in the moment, like, I only have control over this, over myself and over this. And so even though things didn't work out, I at least tried my best and acted in a way that I am proud of. Just that alone, taking out of a bad situation, just that alone is good enough. Good enough for me, at least. For you, you might want to You might want to have that power. You might want to have that control over everything around you at all times. But I'm here to tell you that you can never really 100% control the things around you. You can never really 100% control your life in general. Life will throw things at you that are just beyond your control. It's just how it is. And so that doesn't mean you have to give away what you've been given. That doesn't mean you have to give away your power. That doesn't mean you have to give away your strength, your mind, your attitude, your body, whatever it might be. You can control you. And how you act going forward is also in your control. And so if I don't like the notion of when people say it's just how it is, or it's just how I am, or it's just how I was brought up, or stuff like that, where they kind of use excuses as a way to not change, as a way to not change their attitude, as a way to not change their actions, as a way to not change their living situation, as a way to not change themselves or who they are. And sometimes maybe as a result, maybe they don't even feel like they can, because they feel like it's out of their control. But I'm here to tell you that it is in your control. And when I adopted this mindset of only only worrying about the things I can control, the things I can impact, and letting everything else fall aside, letting everything else fade away into the background, I found more comfort. I found more peace. I found more just energy. I was happier because I wasn't constantly stressed about all these different things in the world. I wasn't constantly worried about what might happen to this and what might do this and then this and this and this and this. I wasn't so erratic about my life and always thinking, always planning, always doing all this different stuff. I just focused on what I could do with the time I have, and I did that much to the best of my ability, and then I moved on. That is how one of the ways I find peace in my life, just through being aware. It really just comes to self-awareness of box A, which is what I can do and what I can control, and box B, which is everything else that is beyond me. And yeah, that is what I have for y'all for today's episode. I originally posted my story on Instagram at Coaching with Malik that I was gonna push this one day, so I was supposed to post this on Friday, and it's now Sunday. So thank y'all for holding out and waiting it out, and hopefully you can enjoy this episode. It is not very long. I didn't really plan too much for this, or I didn't have a lot of notes. So it really is me just spitballing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little short video. Comment, follow, like, subscribe. That is not the right order. It is fine. And I will see y'all next time. Praise God.